Hey everybody, welcome to my Friday recap on Saturday. It has been crazy around here. I wanted to get this out yesterday and I thought, I have time. So I have a new grandbaby and her arrival was a bit of a surprise. A couple weeks early, my daughter-in-law felt that she wasn't moving and wanted to go just have everything checked out. And from there, we went into having a baby. And with having two other children, myself and the other grandma, we helped out. And yesterday I watched her two siblings, and I now know why grandmas do not raise their children. It's just, you know what? We had a blast and it was fun, but I could not imagine doing it on a regular basis. It just, I wear the Oura ring, and it was kind of funny that during the day, the ring told me, that my stress levels were elevated, and to do what I could to bring the stress down, to meditate, to find a peaceful place. And I just laughed. I'm like, ring, I have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old here. There is no calming down. So, but I am back hopefully to a little bit of a normal routine, slowly getting it back. I have figured a way to incorporate my tea blog into everything that I'm doing, which is really wonderful. I'm excited about that, to get that up and going again, because I love tea. I love hot tea. I love cold tea. I just love tea. I don't drink really anything else. An occasional Olipop, I really do like that, and water. But I don't do coffee. I don't do sodas. But this I do a lot. In my tea blog, I basically educate people on tea. I don't sell tea. There are affiliate links to it. But if you want to find out, it's called My Tea Vault. And it's myteavault.com. So check it out. Let me know what you think. It doesn't hurt. So I wrote down some things to talk about. And then, believe it or not, I'm headed from here to my granddaughter's dance class. So maybe it's not going to end in a while. And I think this is a little bit crooked, but you'll figure it out. So I wanted to talk about feedback. I've been seeing some posts about people getting frustrated about negative feedback. So here's what I think about negative feedback. It's going to happen. Some people are just so enamored with negativity that they're just going to spread it on you, and sometimes you just can't do anything about it. So I respond to it in a professional manner and I move on. It sucks. It does. And especially if it's not justified, even more so if you try to get it removed and eBay kind of slams the door in your face. I get it, but it isn't worth going crazy over. It isn't. It just isn't. It'll change. But I got the weirdest negative feedback and I wanted to share it with you. It says, items being returned. Negative. What? And I know this woman and I had a conversation, and she wanted to return a pair of pants because they don't fit. Now, I give measurements in my listings, so I do accept returns for not fitting, but I do not refund shipping either way. And she wanted me to send her a label, and I said, please go through eBay, because what I do is whatever eBay decides, I'll go along with. She didn't like that. And so it took her a few days. She finally went through eBay, and of course, she has to pay shipping. She's not happy. So that's the kind of negative she left me. So once I get her item back and once I refund her, then I will contact eBay and say, can you remove this? It doesn't even make sense. Will they remove it? 80% of me thinks common sense might click in and that they will, but you never know. You just don't know with eBay. And that's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate for us sellers. It's very unfortunate for us because eBay is one of the top online resellers for resellers. And it sucks that they don't back us a little bit more than what they do, because without us, who's going to buy? So yeah, negative feedback. You just got to deal with it. Take it as it comes. I'm sorry I drank that tea because now my mouth is all. Plus I ate pizza. It's 9:20 in the morning, but it's Saturday and it's the farmer's market, and I always go up there and I always buy pizza and I always buy some bread. And today I bought honey. This is just a by the way. And the woman said, have you ever put honey on your pizza? And I was like, no. And so I came home and tried it. Don't do it. It takes away the total taste of the pizza. Why would you want to do that? No, don't do it. So like I said, I've been working on organization, and I have now come up with an organizational plan. It's in my reminders so that now I can now, as far as reselling, I'm going real smooth. But right now, this is, believe it or not, my slowest month so far, which makes no sense, but it's okay, because what I do during these slow months, and I actually kind of look forward to them twice a year, where I can kind of gather and kind of change things that I want to change, and I can focus on other things. And it kind of worked out well with the new baby and helping out. So the reselling part I've got down, but I wanted to start reviving my tea blog, and I had to kind of fit that in there somewhere. And so I think I found a way. And plus it's coming spring and summer, and there are things I got to paint a deck, stain a deck, whatever. I've got things I got to do. So the other thing I want to talk about, oh yeah, hold on. Did I save that for you guys? Remember last week we talked about the purses. I think it was Prada and Louis Vuitton, or Hermes and Louis Vuitton. Come on, did I save it? They came out with, let's see if I saved it. Is this it? The top. There's also an article in here about Maison. It's like a little thing about their brand. A machine washable, wrinkle resistant white dress shirt you can wear every day of the week. A lightweight and breathable wool blazer. And then high stretch pants designed to just be as comfortable in the office as they are on the golf course. So keep your eyes out for those. And actually, Maison was invented over 10 years ago. So this is a retail newsletter that I get. And sometimes it's just business, and other times it talks about like their Hoka. Okay. Hermes takes over the top luxury spot over Louis Vuitton stumbles. So basically, with the merger really didn't help a whole lot. And I know a lot of you aren't into high-end bags, but I am. I love quality high-end bags. And this is actually going to lead into something else that I wanted to share. But they actually, it says that Hermes' first place moment came 15 years after it survived a hostile takeover attempt by Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton recorded $22.1 billion in profits last year, while Hermes made just under $7 billion. Hermes boasts an array of brands. This was interesting. Tiffany & Company, Dom Perignon, and Sephora, which can expose it to more risk when consumers are in the money-saving mode. That's true. So, I don't know. I don't know what bags you carry. I just picked up a Dooney & Burke, and I'm cleaning it up. It wasn't in the best of shape, and I love it. I love quality. I don't like the new Coach bags, but I like the vintage Coach bags because they're like just tremendous. Okay, so going on to what else, because I want to try to keep these videos down for you. I don't want you spending your whole day or trying to be like, oh my God, she's talking about her grandkids again. You know, I don't want to do that, but I will. TikTok, China. We got to talk about it. I have a friend who is in Vietnam for the next couple years. He's actually there for work. And I asked him, I thought about it, and I was like, well, you know what? Vietnam makes a lot of things. Patagonia, by the way. And I was like, I'm gonna ask him what they think, what the Vietnamese people think about this Chinese TikTok. And I was surprised. I should not have been as surprised by the response, but they said it's fake. And I was like, well, how do they know? Because most companies that sign with Nike, Adidas, I've seen things for Tide Pods and all kind of things, they have to sign an NDA So if these companies are really doing what they're doing, then they're breaking an NDA, which can cause them a big problem. So in saying that, because I'm watching the TikToks and I'm watching everybody like just flock to it without thinking, without hesitation, like, ooh, I'm going to get a Louis Vuitton bag for $10 and I'm going to do this and I can buy a year's supply of Tide dish pods for $18. And what we're going to get is a bunch of fake crap. And then where is that fake crap going to go? eBay, Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Depop. So we're going to have a whole bunch of people selling items that they believe are brands that are legit because Chinese TikTok said it is, so it's got to be like gospel, and they're not. So we need to be on the lookout for that. We need to be on the lookout for it when we're out reselling. It's probably going to take quite a few months before it recycles down to us, and we start seeing it. But be careful. Be careful. Use your brain. I was skeptical about it, the way they jumped on it so fast. And yeah, just be careful. That's all I got to say. Use your brain. Just because somebody gets on there and says it is, doesn't make it is, Even stuff I tell you, or other resellers tell you, look, like if I say a brand sells for me, look it up for yourself. Don't just run out and buy every Prada pair of shoes that you see because I say it sells for me. Still comp things out. Still do what you're supposed to do. Do your job, A lot of our resellers, Surfs last night did, or I just saw it last night, did this whole summer thing about all the brands, that he picks up. And it's great. And I love watching those because there's a lot of brands that I don't know. And brands are always changing. And I like watching those type of things because I learn brands that way. But when I go to the store, I don't pick up every Mizzen & Main that I see because I know for me, Mizzen & Main doesn't sell right now. It doesn't. I don't know why, but it doesn't. And some things that sell for me won't sell for you. So just be careful. Don't take anybody's word for it. Do your own work. If you own a business, do your own job. Do your own work. Don't try to ride on the coattails of somebody else. Take what you get. When I first started, I watched 3 people daily. Everything they put out, I watched. I took the good from all 3 of those and I incorporated that into my business. And to this day, some of those things I still do. So that is it. I'm going to end with my sales. Like I said, they have slumped, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. They slump. That happens. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to get on Facebook and tell you guys about it. I'm going to just tell you here because it will get better. The sales will come. Use this time wisely. My January, February sales were amazing. March was so good. And April, and it's okay. It happens. Just shake it off. Keep moving forward. It will get better. I might do a video midweek. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. Tomorrow's Easter for a lot of people. But I am using a reselling platform. And I wanted to tell you about it. It is not the one that everybody is talking about. And I want to tell you why I'm using it. And again, I'm not riding on the coattails. I found something that works for me where I am right now. And I'm using this. I'm using my head for my business. And that's what I want you guys to do. And I want to give you guys options. So I'll probably do that later. But my son just told me he's on his way. I got to go to dance class with the little one. And I will talk to you later. We're probably going to do Baby Shark again. Talk to you later. Bye.